more for you, you feel it. You know it. This is your life, and it's time to go from contender to champion. This is The Show with John Madsen.
Welcome back to The Show, everybody. I'm your host, John Madsen. This is The Show, and this is the first show of 2020. I hope you had a great holiday, Christmas, New Year's. I took off the last week and a half for the first time all year. There wasn't 2 episodes released, and I decided to do that because, like you guys, I wanted to turn it off for the last 2 weeks of the year, recharge, spend that much needed time with family, spend time with my beautiful daughter, and just enjoy the holiday. So I hope you can understand that, and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up for an amazing 2020. I have so many show ideas that I almost don't know where to start, but this is where we're going to start today. I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons that your 2020 fitness goals will not be hit, just like your 2019 and the previous 5 years. And not to come out the gate in a negative light. You know me, I'm eternally optimistic, and I'm proud of that. But there's some things that need to be said about fitness, and there's probably no better time to say them, because as I kind of scroll through Facebook and I scroll through Instagram, I don't know if it's just this year because my focus has been on so much growth and I'm so excited for the new year. I've always been one of those people who can get excited about closing a chapter and opening with a little bit of, new focus, I don't even like the term motivation, but a little bit more motivation to come out the gate in a new year. Maybe it's because we just put the 2010s behind us and we're in a new decade. But people are excited. I can feel the energy. I can feel the fire of people, especially when it comes to fitness, that this is the fucking year. This is the year that everything changes. And as much as that excites me, I just want to caution you because, as I've said so many times on previous episodes, motivation can get you to the starting gate, but it's not going to carry you through the finish line. You're going to have to tap into something so much deeper than a little sprinkle of motivation to start a new year or start a new decade. And I know this is true because I've been in this industry for 10 years. And ironically, I've been working out nonstop throughout this Christmas, New Year's break. And what I saw was interesting is because the same people, the people who have the best physiques, the people who have the bodies that you want, right up until Christmas, they were in their same routine. People are creatures of habit. People tend to go to the gym at the same time because it works for them. So when I go to the gym and I see these people and I see the same people working out the day before Christmas, the day after Christmas, when everybody else is saying, you know what, I'm going to wait until January 2nd, or I'm going to wait until January 1st, and then I'm going to go for it. Those are the people I worry about, because the people you want to be like, the people you want to look like, whether it's fitness or business, yes, they can take some time off, just like I took a little bit of time off on this podcast. You can take a little bit of time to recharge. But those people do not, and I repeat, do not rely on motivation to win the game. The best teams in the world, the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick, do not rely on a motivational speech to win the fucking game. That's amateur shit. Pros know that they're going to win not because of motivation, but because of things that are so much deeper that cannot be fleeting like motivation. So I'm pumped for all of you who are listening right now in your cars, at the gym, at work, wherever you're listening to this show. And you're like, fuck, this is the year. This is the year that I'm going all the way. I am excited for you. But there's 5 mistakes that will keep you stuck, that'll make your 2020 exactly like your 2019, exactly like your 2018, exactly like your 2017. Now, a lot of shit can change in a decade, and that's going to be a future show. Sometimes we got to stop thinking short term and expand the vision a bit. Instead of thinking what you can accomplish this year, expand that shit to a decade. And if you don't believe me, just look at what happened to you from 2010 to 2020. I wrote a post about this on Instagram and Facebook about all the shit that happened to me in this last decade. And you think to yourself, holy shit, that was a lot of shit. I made a lot of mistakes. I grew into a completely different person if you're chasing that. Because there's a whole lot of people who are going to wake up 10 years from now and they haven't grown. They've just reacted. So I'm speaking to you on today's episode if you're one of those people who are ready to fucking go. Motivation is high, which is fine. It'll get you to the starting gate. But what the fuck's going to happen 2 months from now on a random Wednesday? Are you still going to get your ass out of bed at 4 a.m. and do the fucking work, or are you going to make an excuse? Because I'm telling you right now, 2 months from now on a random fucking Wednesday, your motivation is gone. It doesn't mean shit. So you're going to have to tap in to some deeper stuff. So here we go. Without further ado, here is the top 5 reasons why your fitness is going to stay the same in 2020 as it did in 2019. Don't make these mistakes, and you will watch your body change, and you will be somebody different next January 1st than you are today. Number 1, you're going to fall for the bullshit that 95% of people fall for, and that's getting really, really excited and coming out really, really hot and signing up for some 30-day or 60-day challenge where you're going to trick your willpower into eating out of Tupperware chicken and broccoli for the next 30 to 60 days. Anybody can trick themselves for a certain number of time, and then you're going to burn the fuck out. Now, these lessons can be applied or can be taken into consideration for business just as much as they can for fitness. People like the quick fix. And I've hammered this on this show, so we don't need to go deep here. If you think that you're going to sign up for a 30-day, a 60-day, or even a 90-day program that's going to change your life, you're sadly mistaken. If you're going to be different next year than you are today, you have to make the decision right here and now that fitness is going to become a part of your life, not for the next 30 days, not for the next 60 days, but for fucking life. And in order for that to happen, you can't come out the gate 1,000,000 miles per hour, kicking your own ass at the gym, laying in buckets of sweat after every session for the first 2 to 3 weeks, and starving yourself with chicken and broccoli every single meal, or you're going to break. Because only psychopaths can do that shit for long periods of time. You better choose sustainability and consistency over coming out the gate like a shooting star. If you make this mistake by the 1st of March, mark my words, you will burn out, your alarm clock will go off, and you're going to say, fuck it. The motivation is gone. The trick to this is to think long-term, guys. It's super, super simple. Think long-term. If you're going to sign up for a program that can kickstart your journey, that's okay. But don't think that you're going to sign up for 30 days and you're just going to learn everything you need to learn in 30 days and then quit and that you can do it on your own. You will fail. Which leads me to lesson number 2, or reason number 2, I should say, why your 2020 will be exactly like it was in 2019, is you're super motivated right now and you're going to try to go at it on your own. Now, we live in the information age. You can Google diet plans, you can Google workout plans, you can look at the latest Instagram guru or Instagram model posting her random workouts on Instagram, and you can think that you're just going to, you know what, you're just going to follow these things and you're going to make it happen. And you couldn't be more wrong. If I could give one piece of advice for anybody who wants to accelerate their fitness or accelerate their business in 2020, it would be this thing and beyond. And believe me, I follow my own advice here more than you would believe. I started adding up the amount of dollars that I've spent on coaching in the past couple years, and it would blow your mind. So when people look at me and they're like, dude, John's lucky. I almost go all in on myself because I want to learn faster than you. So the second mistake that you're going to make is that you're going to try to do this on your own. You're driving in your car right now, maybe headed to the gym, and you think that it's just going to happen on your own. And I'm not saying that fitness is rocket science and, it's impossible for a person to get any results on their own. You absolutely can. It's just going to take longer. The quickest way for you to succeed in anything is to pay somebody that has what you want and to give you a plan that's infallible if you follow it, and to get the results 10x faster than you can do on your own. Because you're not a fitness expert. No matter how many blogs you've read or how many Instagram models you follow, you're simply not an expert. So you're going to doubt yourself. There's going to be no skin in the game. You're going to let yourself off the hook. Hiring a coach is just as much about holding yourself accountable as it is for the acquisition of knowledge. My clients who hire me pay a certain price that's required for them to pay attention. If they don't pay, they don't pay attention. If you don't pay, you don't pay attention. You let yourself off the hook. If you want to 10x your results, the quickest way for you to do that is to pay for them. Now, I don't care if you use me. I don't care if you hire me as a coach. I don't care if you need a business coach. I don't care if you need a relationship coach. If you want to accelerate your results, doing it on your own is not the way that that's going to happen. I'm telling you with 100% certainty that hiring a coach will make all the difference. And it's no coincidence that Tiger Woods, maybe the best golfer in history, always has a coach. He knows how to swing a fucking golf club. NBA players know how to play basketball. A coach holds you accountable and can create a plan that's going to make you succeed faster. The best in the world have them, but unfortunately, us average Joes who want to achieve something special think we can do it on our own. And you can't. Mistake number 3. You're going to turn a blind eye to the data and metrics that matter. And this kind of goes along with not having the knowledge, but sometimes it's just not paying attention. It's sweeping shit under the rug. It's the unwillingness to tell yourself the truth. It's the unwillingness to look yourself in the mirror and reveal the actual facts about what you're doing. Because too many times people rely on feelings over facts. They get up, they go to the gym, they think they're working out, they think they're eating healthy, and month after month after fucking month, they look in the mirror right before they go in the shower, and they just look the same. But somehow they convince themselves that they've lost inches, or this has happened, or that's happened. But there's no measurable data. They don't know. They don't step on the scale every single day, and they don't know if they've lost weight or gained weight or stayed the same, because they step on the scale once every 5 months, and they don't really ever remember what they weighed because we forget. You could step on the scale today, and then you think you're going to remember 5 months from now, but if you didn't write it down, you actually have no idea, so you just make up this story. So what are the metrics of fitness? Well, number 1, if you have a weight loss goal, you better know how much you weigh, and you have to know every single week if you're making progress or not. Otherwise, you're just running on feelings. If your weight is where you want it to be and you have a body composition goal, then you have to track actual body composition. You can do this 2 ways. You can get your body fat tested by an accurate device. All devices has problems, but at least if you're tracking on the same device, you can see the trends. Or you take progress photos every single week and you compare them side by side. because you can see the changes, negative or positive, if you do that. Both are data. Both are metrics. Actual facts to you actually getting better or getting worse. What are some other metrics? How many grams of protein you're eating a day? And not just feeling like what you think you're eating, but how many grams are you actually eating? How many carbs are you eating a day? How many grams of fat are you eating a day? How many calories you're eating a day? And you actually track the data, because the data isn't going to lie. You're either going to do it or you don't. Now you can lie. You can decide not to put that cookie or those couple handfuls of almonds that you had that you didn't think was going to make a big difference and not track them. And then your data's all screwed up. And then your progress is going to take a lot longer. But too many people out there think that somehow they're just going to achieve this physique or this level of fitness and not have to pay attention to the metrics. It's the same thing in business. You think you're going to end up with $1 million, but you're unwilling to tell yourself the facts about your actual financial situation. Business owners have metrics they have to adhere to. Actual facts. Too many business owners sweep that shit under the rug and they don't want to look. Too many people struggling with fitness want to sweep that shit under the rug and they don't want to look. So this is a huge mistake, guys. If you actually want to change, you have to stop turning a blind eye to the data. You have to pay attention to the metrics, and you have to do so with meticulous effort. If you do that, you're going to get the result that you want. If you don't do that, you're going to keep getting the same result that you've always gotten. Mistake number 4, when it comes to fitness, you're going to focus on sweat. You're going to focus on the bullshit. You're going to focus on the cardio. You're going to focus on the feeling of a tough workout instead of actually getting stronger. Okay? This is huge. If you do not get stronger, 2 things are going to happen. If you're not focused on strength, exercise gets boring because you're going to keep looking for the next exercise that feels fun, that kicks your ass, that you can lay in a puddle of sweat. But there's no actual facts about whether or not you actually got stronger or not. Now, you don't need to be powerlifter strong. I've talked about this a lot, but you have to get stronger. If you want a physique that you can be proud of and that people will be like, holy shit, that guy's jacked, or that look how good that girl looks in her bathing suit. You have to focus on strength, not focus on the amount of sweat that you did in the gym. Okay, because that doesn't matter. If you want to know that, go to a Bikram yoga class where people are in sports bras and other guys are in no shirts and they're just sweating buckets. And guess what? There's not a lot of physiques that you want to resemble in those classes, because those people are thinking that they literally think that they could just sweat the fat off. And that's not true. If you want your fitness to go to the next level, you have to focus on strength. And mistake number 5, this one is big. You pick a fight with the wrong, unbeatable enemy, your willpower. And this kind of ties back to number 1, but this one's huge. This is that unconscious battle that you're going to battle with an enemy that is not beatable. You can trick this enemy. You can win a couple battles, but your willpower is inevitably going to win the war. And what I mean by that is, if you restrict when it comes to nutrition and kick the shit out of yourself when it comes to training, you think you're a badass for a short period of time, but after that restriction, inevitably comes binges. And after that just ass kicking of workouts, your motivation depletes and you don't want to do the shit anymore. I joke with the guys that I work out with. I try to document at least something on my Instagram every single day of me being in the gym, because my point to all of this is I'm going to work out 3 or 4 times a week. I'm going to focus on strength. You're going to see me working out with probably, I don't know, what looks to you is, 70% effort. I'm going to get close to failure, but I'm not going to get to failure most of the time. I might sweat once in a while, but not very much. I'm going to take rests in between sets. I'm going to focus on increasing the metrics that really matter to me. And I'm going to do it until I'm 90 fucking years old. And so if you are in my gym and if you're a training partner right now and if you want to catch me, you better start training with longevity in mind and consistency. And fitness isn't a goal anymore. It's just a part of you. I don't battle my willpower. Now I'm a creature of habit. I go to the gym because I want to. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know a single person who has one of those physiques that you're like, damn, I want that. That if you talk to them, they say, I fucking hate training. They love it. They don't love every second of it. There's shit that's hard. I don't love a 20 rep squat. But that's part of me, gripping that fucking barbell every single day and getting stronger and putting in time. That's not a willpower thing for me. In fact, if I didn't go to the gym, it would fuck me up. So the problem is people are going to come out the gate and they're going to try to trick their willpower. They're going to try to eat shit that they don't like because they're chasing a fitness goal that they think is going to make them happy. And they're going to do workouts that they don't even like, but they think they have to do it to look a certain way. And even if they end up getting that result, they were in it for the wrong reason in the first place. They get the result and they enjoy their body for a millisecond. And then they think, now what? Now what? That didn't make me happier. Because the body or the $1 million or the abs are not going to make you happier. And if you think that you're chasing that to make yourself happier, you're doing this all wrong. And this is going to be a whole other episode. You control your happiness. Your thoughts control your happiness. It's not the $1 million, it's not the abs. So when you try to trick your willpower for a goal that you think you want that's going to make your life better, and I agree, fitness is a very worthy goal, the only way that you achieve it is you start enjoying the shit out of what you're doing and you do it for the rest of your life. Because if not, your willpower is going to kick the shit out of you. You might win a few battles, but that willpower is inevitably going to win the war. So with that, those 5 mistakes that are going to keep you stuck. I don't want this episode to be negative. I want you to think about these things as you are highly motivated right now so that you don't make these mistakes. Do the opposite. Think about them. Because fitness isn't rocket science. It's a game of not quitting. It's a game of finding something, a strategy that's going to work. And it's a game of you making it a part of you and not chasing some abstract goal that you think is going to make all the difference. The result is going to come when the journey actually becomes something that you can enjoy. So with that, my friends, I'm super excited to be back. I can't wait to release some of these future episodes for this year. I'm excited just as you are, and I'm excited for progress and growth. My message to you this year is to chase growth, chase contribution, see how much you can give, and see what you can become in pursuit of the goals that you have. We'll talk to you next time. I'm out.
Thank you so much for joining us for another amazing episode of The Show with John Madsen. The greatest compliment that you could give us is liking, loving, and sharing this episode with all of your friends. So please go to iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating and review, and then share it online with everyone that you know. Make sure to tag John as well. He loves to hear from listeners of the show. The links for all of his socials and iTunes are in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to engage John for anything related to his coaching, consulting, or programs, please visit johnmadsen.com for everything you'd need to know on how to engage with John offline. And lastly, thank you for your time, your attention, and your consideration. This is The Show.